Hello, hello. Got some fun things to show you guys today. Let's see if I can tag some friends. All right, there's some friends. Hello, Rhonda and Linda. Hello, hello. Let me know when you guys are here. We're going to chat about some Nuvo Drops today. Hi, Kim. Hi, Sherry. Yay. My friends are here. So this is my first live with White Rose Craft Gallery, and if you're catching it on the replay, that's all right. You'll know you're live if you're seeing the red live button up there. If that red live button isn't there, you're on the replay, and that's okay. Just hit hashtag replay. Let me know that you stopped by, and definitely feel free to ask any questions that you have, and I'll do my best to answer them. We are going to play with some Nuvo Drops today. I'm going to show you a few different ways that I like to use them. We'll chat about some tips and some tricks, and just have some fun. Because paper crafting is fun. Good morning. Yeah, for me, it's still morning. It is 11:30. I guess it is for you too, Rhonda. Yeah, I'm doing okay today. Good. How are you guys? There's Patty. Hello, hello. Yay. Look, I'm sporting my new glue pin. It's so cool. Rhonda, I'm so sorry. There was a card in my package from you, and it is absolutely beautiful, and it was still in the envelope. How absolutely rude of me. I'm so sorry. But your card is beautiful. Where did I put it? There it is. I'll show you ladies. She made the cutest birthday card. Look at this. Yesterday was my birthday, so this is so cool. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think she die cut all of this. So fun. So super fun. And then she stamped inside of there. Love it, love it. Okay. Well, let's get started and chat about some Nuvo Drops today. First things first, in the description box above, I've put some links directly to the White Rose Crafts website where you can find the Nuvo Drops. And then also, they have some bundles going on right now of Distress Oxide ink and a refill for a pretty good price. So definitely check that out after the live. And hit the favorites on the White Rose Crafts website because they do have sales all the time. They have all my favorite brands. I'm going to show you guys some of my favorite paper line that I've been working with later because I've got all these fun different ways that we're going to use Nuvo Drops. I want to go ahead and do one thing first so we can see how if it dries quickly. I haven't ever made them before. So with your Nuvo Drops, I don't know if you guys are familiar. Who here has Nuvo Drops? These are the ones that I have. And oddly enough, this is the color of the month in the White Rose Craft Gallery. It's periwinkle, and I have two of these. Why I need two of these, I don't know. I guess it's just so beautiful. I couldn't help myself, so I do have two periwinkle. These ones are the jewel drops. Now, your Nuvo Drops come in crystal drops, crystal glaze, dream drops, glitter drops, gloss crystal drops, jewel drops, stone drops, and vintage drops. Whew, that was a lot. Hello, Ashley. Welcome. We are chatting all about Nuvo Drops today. I don't have all those different kinds in my stash. I mostly noticed that I have a lot of the jewel drops. Now these dry translucent so you can see through them, and I'm going to show you what fun we can have with these today. I do have some of the crystal drops, which are kind of their rainbow tones, and they don't dry translucent. So these ones, like this one is ebony black. Super fun with this one here. And then I do have some of the glitter ones. Of course, you guys know I would have glitter, right? Who doesn't love some glitter? And I have this green one in glitter. They call this one Spring Frost, and it's just beautiful. Look at that shimmer. I love it. Hey, Kay! Yay, welcome! Okay, so this is one of the vintage drops that I have. This is the only vintage drops that I have. I love the shape of the bottle. It is kind of fun that they do some different shapes on their bottles. And they still fit in my little holder that I have here, so that's nice too. Hi, Eileen. So a couple tips before we get started. The Nuvo Drops are best stored upside down, and that is from the manufacturer. And if you have any trouble getting them going, you can kind of warm them in your hand, let them ride around in a pocket. I've heard some ladies store them in their bra just to warm them up. Wherever you feel is a warm spot to put them just to get them going and nice and warm. That works. That works. Hi, Linda. Hi, Eileen. Yay. And there's Sarah. Hello, Sarah. All right. I've also put in the description box below where you can find me aside from in the White Rose Crafts Gallery. I don't know if many of you know this is my first live here for the White Rose Crafts Gallery. I just became a guest designer, so I'll be sticking around for the next half of a year and maybe longer if they love me. We will see. And normally, I would flip the camera and show you guys my face on an introductory, but today is not a good morning. You guys don't want to see this messy bun getting it done here. So there's that. And we're going to go ahead and get started with some Nuvo Drops. I can't wait to get some on my paper here. Oh, good. You're not letting me escape. Awesome. All right. Well, I'm here with you for the next half a year for sure, and we'll see what happens after that. I am loving everything White Rose Crafts. I want to go ahead and get some, I need to stop chatting and get some of these drops on the paper. Now, the one way you can use Nuvo Drops, and I don't normally do it, I don't know why not, is to make your own enamel dots. And so you want to use some wax paper or like a, oh my goodness, I just lost my, a page protector or freezer paper. I'm going to use transparency. It's just a sheet of transparency. I'm going to go ahead and turn this down here so you guys can see what I'm doing. And so a good tip here too is to just kind of start your Nuvo Drop on another page and make sure you don't have anything clogging. If it's going to do its little air bubble, it's going to usually do it at first. And that is, of course, if you store it upside down. So I'm just going to go ahead and squirt them. You want to drop them. You don't want to touch the page with them, but you just kind of want to drop them right onto the sheet. So just kind of hover, and the more you squeeze, the bigger the drop. And what I'm learning is you can do some really big drops, but they do sometimes crack when they dry. They're also very self-leveling, so they will self-level on their own. Hey, there's Christine. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is for you. So I'm just going to drop a couple of these on here. We'll do a couple of different colors. This one is called strawberry coulis, I don't know, strawberry something, guys. Let's see, let's do a couple of this one too. This one here is, what is this one? This is a crystal drop, and it's antique rose. I love this color. So we're just going to do our little test blob over here. And we'll just hover and let it drop right on there. Ooh, it did sputter just a little bit. I guess I didn't squeeze enough on my little... Anxious to see this. Awesome. Yeah, I love Nuvo Drops. They're so much fun. Okay, so this one is a little sticky. Probably didn't get as warmed up as the other one. So let's give it a second. Although you can see on my paper here, oops, there's a glare. I definitely need that white paper behind it. It's still leveled out. Now you can let these dry. From what I've been seeing, people let them dry overnight. And then you just pop them off and you can glue them on anywhere that you would put a enamel dot. So if you're not really sure or very good with your, you know, using the Nuvo Drops right out of the bottle, you can use them onto this other sheet and then you can just stick them and glue them wherever you would like. So let's try this one again and let it warm up a little bit in my hands here. Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay, so I do seem to see how it's got that peak right there. It will self-level out. You can tap them on the underside to also help with that. So, you know, you can kind of pat like this, or you can tap under here like this, and it will just help it level out. But you really don't need to do that because they do just kind of level out on their own. Okay, so we're going to set these aside to dry, and we're going to have a little bit of a play here. Now that's the one secret with Nuvo Drops, is you do have to let them dry. I personally don't like to use my heat tool with them because if you get it too hot, it can bubble it up, and that's no fun. Okay, so it is no secret. For those of you that are just getting to know me, it might be, but I love coffee. And in our area, we don't have a Dunkin', so my coffee of choice is Starbucks, and I love them just the same. So we're going to color up these cups, and we're going to use some Nuvo Drops. I'm going to try to remember to use our periwinkle, but I do have some periwinkle that I've used on a book, and I'll show you guys that. So I'm going to go ahead and warm these in my hands. I've zoomed in a little extra close so you guys can see. There's Rita. Hey, Rita. How's everybody doing today? Okay. So this one here is key lime, and it's such a fun color. This is the Jewel Drops. Mostly what I have, half of my collection, you guys, is the Jewel Drops. They dry translucent, and I really just love that. So we're going to color a couple of these things today, and then I'm going to show you a couple of other fun techniques. So you can go around in a line or follow your patterns here, and you don't have to always just do dots, I guess is what I'm trying to tell you. Now these ones are they dry translucent, and so they're just a really light, faint color. So if you wanted to add ink or something underneath to get it a little more brilliant, you totally could do that. Although that first one that I was using, that strawberry, I think it's strawberry coulis is how you say it, was actually pretty bright. So let's give this one a go right here. And if you feel like maybe you are missing some areas, you can also use a needle, a head pin, a pokey tool, whatever that you have, and just kind of drive it around a little bit. I've got this little pokey tool here, and you can kind of, you know, make sure it gets into the edges. If you have any areas that you feel are too thick, you can kind of smooth them out a little bit. You could also use a paintbrush too, if that is easier for you. All right, so let's see. Let's do some of the crystals. I've got this, what is this one? This is Simply White. It's very similar to Stickles. The Stickles, most of them, except for, unless if you have like the Perfectly Pearls, have glitter. And these ones have quite a few different variations. So, and these bottles are a pretty good size. Let's see. I don't know how many ounces are in here. Oh, right there. 1 fluid ounce, and my Stickles come in a little smaller bottle. It looks like 0.6 of an ounce. So I love both, don't get me wrong. I use and love both. Nuvo is a product made by Tonic. And Tonic, we all know, Tim Holtz still designs stickers and stuff for, or not stickers, scissors and stuff for. So, you know, they all still kind of are all incorporated. Now this one is called Simply White, and it does not dry translucent. So this one's going to be really cool for making this whipped cream at the top here, if I can stay in the lines. You can also just like put a big blob like right here, and then just spread it around with your little pokey tool or whatever you have. The tips are fairly fine though, so you can, you know, get the details that you're hoping for. Okay, so let's just color the whipped cream. There we go. Now what's really cool about this one is not translucent, so it's gonna dry and it's gonna have a little bit of dimension. So it's gonna look like this puffy whipped cream in my cup. I love that. I like to kind of smear mine off a little bit, just to make sure. The less you have on your tip here, the less you will have that gunks up the tip and is drying there next time you use it. Yes, the self-leveling is huge. It's so nice. Like I said, you know, you can make enamel dots. I don't know if you can do that with the stickles. I don't know if it would dry in a dot. You could definitely try. Yeah, the stickles, they're kind of like a crunchy feel over them because of all of the glitter in there. And Nuvo has other variations than just the glitter. So sometimes it does also compare to glossy accents. So if you're familiar with that one, it's similar to that as well. Now, not all Nuvo are glossy finish. Like they have this vintage one and they have the stone. I don't have any of the stones yet, but they are available on the White Rose Crafts website. And they do kind of have a more gritty texture. So I'm excited to try those ones. Yeah, so many fun things you can do with these. 1.1 ounce or 20 grams is these ones here. So yeah, you definitely get a lot more in these bottles. And it's a good size to hold. I feel like I can hold it really well and write with it, which is nice. Okay, so what's fun about this crystals is I do have that Simply White, and then this one here is the Morning Dew. And the Morning Dew is a white, but it definitely dries more, it dries clear. So it compares a lot, you can see I did it here, it compares a lot with glossy accents. I prefer this over glossy accents, and I used to just use glossy accents, so we'll see. I'm going to put a little bit of this around where this dome lid would be on this iced drink. And I think this is just so cool. People have had issues with these cracking, but like I said, it's when you use a larger quantity of it, or when you use a really super thin a thin piece of it. I haven't had any issues with it. I love it. I love the looks that it gives. I like accenting all of my stamps and fun little things with it here. I especially love using it over napkins when I'm decoupaging. Okay, we'll just add a little more whipped cream. Who doesn't like a little more whipped cream, right? Okay, so let's put some color on this little cup. Let's try this, the vintage one. Actually, I want to try this one on the donut. Let's see. So this is the vintage. I like to test it off on a little piece of scratch first and make sure I'm good. Put this over here. This is going to be the color of our donut. Now you can color in with your markers or your colored pencils or your inks or whatever you want to do first, and then put these on over it, or you can just do like I'm doing here and just color right in. So many possibilities, and there's no right way or wrong way. So just do whatever you find works best for you. Let's see here. And I love these tips on here. I'm able to get right down into the small areas and kind of drive around the design without losing all the details that I have there. Oops, so it looks like I've got a little driver lines there. There we go. And we'll just kind of rub that off on there. Now I store all of mine in this fun case here that you guys saw, but you can store them however you like. If you have like a little bin or whatever, and just store them upside down, though, you'll have way better luck if you do that. And most of them come with these fun little jewel caps. How cool is that? Okay, so this is the periwinkle. We're gonna make like a jelly looking donut. Oops, I didn't didn't put it over here first. So we're just going to go ahead, and I kind of like to make this little swirling motion. You don't have to do that. Sorry, guys. I need to get a drink. I find the little swirly motion helps me get really good coverage, but there's so many different ways you can do it. You can put a little blob over here and use a paintbrush and just kind of paint it in. You can just paint it right on out of the container here like I'm doing. And so this one is just a really subtle color, and we'll be able to see it here by itself. This is just on some white cardstock that I had, just some scraps. And it's also important to note that the ink that I stamped my image with is archival ink, so it's permanent ink, so it won't smear or anything when we put a liquid over the top of it. Let's see, I'm not missing any comments. Hey, Pat! You love the morning dew, Sarah. Yeah, the morning dew is nice. I love it. Hey, there's Christine. You're watching with no sound. Oh boy, she's had another doctor's appointment. Well, everybody say hello to Christine Harris-Howell for me. Ooh, you like to use Jewel Drops with peel-off stickers on acetate. It gives a beautiful stained glass effect. Absolutely, yes. You can use the acetate. You can use a laminate sheet. I like to use my transparency sheets just because I have a whole box of them. And they're super fun. I'm going to show you a couple of other things I like to do with them too. Let's see. Okay, so here's this, of course. Making whipped cream is so fun. Look at that texture that we were able to get. Now, this is not dried, but you can see the Simply White and the Morning Dew right next to it, kind of making that plastic container, which I could do that Morning Dew all around the whole thing here, and it would look like it was definitely like more of a cold cup. Then we've got our donut. Now that's the vintage drop. It still does have a little bit of a gloss, but not nearly as much as the rest. Now on top of our donut, we could put a little bit of some glitter or some fun. It would stick in there. Thank you, Pat. We could put some glitter. We could put some sprinklets. We could put all kinds of things on there just to jazz up our donut, and it would stay and stick there. So that's fun. You do need to let these dry, so sit them in a spot where they're not going to get messed up while you're working. So here is the periwinkle that I did over this butterfly, and you can see all of the little raised elements here. I just went in and accented some areas of this butterfly, and I love the texture that it gives. It's all dry. It almost looks like dewdrops or something on there. I put a little piece on this dragonfly, and then I went ahead and put some over the top of this brad because I wanted to tone down the color of the brad. So you can definitely use it over your embellishments. It just dries, I don't know, it dries like some of those enamel dots that you get. They feel exactly like that. And that's why if you put them on dots on, like I said, a transparency sheet, a page protector, any of those things, a piece of acetate, you can make your own enamel dots and just pop them off until you are feeling comfortable with your own, just drawing right out of the bottle. Or if you just want your own enamel dots, you can put the little dried enamel dot things that you make inside of a shaker. You can glue them on little places. Hi, Deborah. So fun like that. So I love accenting, especially little pieces like this, like little flowers or butterflies. Those are so cool. But now let's go something totally in my wheelhouse and do something a little different. I have some chipboard here. And you can use any shape or letter or whatever. Let's zoom out just a little bit, kind of right in your guys' face there. And the first thing I'm going to do with these ones is color them with some Distress ink, some of the Distress Oxide ink. I've been using some Concord Grape lately. That's been one of my favorites. And let's do this one with Seedless Preserves because this one's nice too. Oops. This is a nice bright color. Look at this. So you can use your little ink daubers for these, or you can just brush it right on there with the ink pad. Like you could take this and just smush it right on here. You could also smush this onto an acrylic block and spray it. We'll do one like that because you do get a different texture. We're going to go ahead and ink dauber this one. Gosh, you guys, sorry, my voice is just not with it this morning. And you can put as much or as little on here as you like. Like we could leave it more mixed media looking like this, or you can color it all the way in. Chipboard is a really good medium for your inks. It kind of went away for a while. It was really big in the scrapbooking times. And then it kind of went away for a while, at least in my area it did. And now I'm so glad to see it's making a comeback. There's all kinds of fun shapes. The White Rose Craft website has all kinds of fun designs and shapes, and I love it. I love it. You love butterflies. Yes, I love butterflies too. Oops, I said we were going to do this one differently. So let's go ahead and grab my ink block here. I'm just going to go ahead and put some ink right on here. Okay, so this one we colored with our dauber. This one is just scratch paper. We'll move that out of the way. And this one here, we put our ink right onto the acrylic block. And we're going to go ahead and spray some water. Now the Distress Oxides, you get the oxidization reaction when you add water. So it's super fun to play with. You can kind of see how it's like getting that white look on there. Some of them actually have some different undertones of colors that come out when you spray them with water. So if you haven't tried your Distress Oxides with water, definitely give it a try. I love it. And we're just going to go ahead and put this right on here like this. We're going to color it up. Now you can see my chipboard is getting a little bit wet, and that's okay. We're going to let it dry a little bit. We're not like completely soaking it in water, but we are, you know, it is getting a little bit wet. And that's okay. Okay, so we got this one colored with some water, and you can see, look at all that oxidization that's happening on there. It's so fun. Now these are only colors you're going to get if you mix it with water. I'm going to go ahead and push this onto a paper just because look at this background that we're getting. Look how cool that is. Love it. Okay, and then don't worry, your acrylic block just wipes right off with a little wet cloth or a baby wipe, little paper towel and some water, just cleans right back up. All right. Now, if you hang out with me for any length of time, I like to get messy. It just happens. I don't know. I walk into a room with paint or ink and it's instantly on me. So just bear with me. It does all clean up though. Okay. So you can see we've got two totally different looks. At least I hope you can. Let me zoom in just a little bit here. Two totally different looks from the same ink. Hey, there's TC. Welcome. So this one, we just used our ink dauber. And this one, we used our ink right on the acrylic block and sprayed. And then we got this cool oxidize effect. Now we're going to take it one step further. And we're going to stamp some scripted font on here. Now I get my stamps a little bit from everywhere. I will call out ones that come from a collection or a set or that you can buy in the White Rose Craft website while I'm here, but these ones are just from my own personal collection. So I love to stamp on chipboard. So look at that. Look how cool that is. That just took our little D there to a whole nother level. I love it. And we're going to do the same on this W just so we can see how they look. And you don't have to worry about perfect stamping. It just looks great. We could even just leave it like this, or we can fill in those parts that didn't get any. Look how great that is. I absolutely love that. Now these would be fun on a junk journal cover, a scrapbook cover, on the cover of a card, like maybe something with an owl, and this one could say like, whoo, or whatever your sentiment is. Somebody's name, you know, on a scrapbook, whatever you're doing. And now we're going to take some of our Nuvo Drops and put right over the top of these. And we're going to use the same color. I'm going to use the Periwinkle because Periwinkle is the color of the month in the White Rose Craft Gallery. And there's a post about that here in the group that will tell you more. But we would love to see the things that you are crafting in the periwinkle color. So definitely check that out. Whoops. All right, I think for this one, I'm going to use just a little paintbrush and spread this around. I say a little paintbrush, and then I grabbed like the longest one that I've got. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a blob of this here, and we're going to paint it around. Again, wow, guys, sorry, my voice is just not good today. The black ink that I used for the scripted font was permanent archival ink, so it's not smearing around as I put this on here. You can put this on here as thick or as thin as you want. Like I said, it does kind of act like glossy accents in some regards. We're just going to go ahead and use this as like our little palette here. We're going to spread it around. And if you are doing several journals or whatever, Linda, no, I don't sell this product, but they do sell it for a really great price on the White Rose Craft website, so you can definitely get it there. I don't have a Tonic account, and yeah, it's kind of an ordeal to get one. So we will let Kay Barnes be the seller of this one. If you guys don't know Kay, she is the owner of White Rose Crafts, and she's in the house today, so yay. Thanks, Kay, for letting me be here and letting me be live, letting me show some fun techniques and some fun products. I love it. Okay, so you can see we've got this nice glossy accent here. I shouldn't say glossy accent. We've got this nice Nuvo accent. Going to Hobby Lobby. Nice. Taking me to Hobby Lobby. There's Kay waving at everybody. So, hey, Kay. So now you can see we still have all this fun, it looks like little blots and oxidization. I love that. I love it. And say, like before we painted this one with Nuvo Drops, maybe you forgot to put water on it or something, you could spray it with a spray bottle and still get some of those oxidized drops as well. Little droplets. All right, so we're just painting this one on. You can paint it on as thick or as thin as you want, like I said. I like to give it kind of a good coat so it doesn't crack or anything like that. Unless if you're looking for it to crack, then do it super, super thin and it might just do that. I don't know. I've never had it crack. I always just love it. I think it's a really great touch to put over there. Gives a lot of added interest. It gives a little tint of color and definitely can seal it up as well. I know sometimes when I use chipboard, I feel like I have to put something on it so that it's not just raw chipboard. I like the look of raw chipboard, don't get me wrong, but you know, you don't always want it to look like that. So this will also need to dry. I sometimes like to work on a piece of cardboard or even one of those little cutting mats from Dollar Store or something like that. Piece of cardboard, like I said, or a cutting mat, piece of cardstock, any of those things, so that you can kind of grab it and set it aside when it's got all of your things that are trying to dry. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close this one up. So we've seen the Nuvo Drops, we've seen them dropped onto transparency sheet, we've seen them on chipboard, we've seen our Distress Oxide ink a couple of ways, we've seen it used to color in some stamped images and making some fun whipped cream. Let me show you guys just a couple of other things that are really fun. We'll bring our transparency sheet back over here. You can make eyeballs. Eyeballs. Yes, I said eyeballs. So if you have those fun little critter stamps that you need an eyeball for, you can just use a little dab of the black. So you can either, you know, dab it on from here, or you can take and put it on a piece of scratch paper and use a pin and just dab it right in there. Let's see, let's get our scratch paper back. Yeah, sometimes glossy accents does turn cloudy. Yeah, so this is, you know, just gives you guys some different alternatives. This is a product by Tonic, and like I said, I've always had really good luck with it. Okay, trying to stay hydrated. My voice is just not cooperating this morning. Okay, so I'm going to use the, what is this one called? The Ebony Black. and my Simply White. And we're going to make some eyeballs. Guys, eyeballs are so cool. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and, let's see, let's move you guys over here. Oh, that glares. Let's put this right there. All right, here we go. Let's see if you guys can see. I'll move my hand so you can see. So we're just going to blot these and try to get two similar in sizes. There we go. Just like that. Two little white dots. And then you can take your ebony black and simply put, you know, you can use a little pin, like, actually I should have done two more white dots so you guys could see. You can use a little pin and just dab it into the black over here and then dab it on, or you can just put it right like this. We're just letting the drop itself touch the other one here, so we're not touching the nozzle to the paint here, or to the Nuvo drop that the white. There we go, the white. All right, look how cute that is. Oh my goodness. Fun little eyeballs. I'll hold it closer here in just a second. I think that is so cool. One of my favorite things to do with Nuvo Drops is to make little eyeballs. How cute is that? Especially if you're doing like a little critter. If you've got, these remind me of Cookie Monster eyes. They really do. So just something a little extra fun you can do with those. And I think it's super great. Let's see. So let's do a couple of other stamps here. I'll show you some other fun things. Mostly it's just adding accents. I use it a lot just for adding accents to my stamps. You can also use it to make a background. Would be really cute on a frog. Yes, those would be really cute little toad eyes. Let's do this. I'll show you one. I haven't used any of the glitter yet, you guys. Oh my goodness. Can't even believe that. Let's try this vintage one. So if you take your Nuvo Drops, whatever ones you have, even if you're using the transparent ones, but I like to use the crystal ones or the vintage ones, and just do like this and just kind of make a little abstract design here. It can be a really great background. You know, say you just wanted like a little blob of color somewhere. Ah, yes, on top of stickers to give the eyes more dimension. Absolutely. Yeah, so much fun. And for balloons, yes, you can even make your own balloons. You know, you can outline balloons on stickers or just make your own balloons out of the Nuvo Drops. It's so much fun. So we're just going to let this dry here, and then I'll show you guys how we could put something over that later. So this is one of my favorite stamps. It's got a bunch of light bulbs. And as you can imagine, Nuvo Drops are perfect for this. So let's put this down just so I can get a good stamped image here. And we will use our archival ink. Ooh, I'm running out of room. I've got everything out here. So I hope Wednesday is treating you all well. It's nice we get to the middle of the week. I don't know why I was a little nervous today, you guys. I guess maybe because it's like my first post in here, but I don't know why. Once I get here with you guys, I'm always fine, but ooh, I got a lot of extra ink on there. Hopefully this one works. I don't have my block right now that's big enough, so we'll see. Ah, it still worked great. Okay. So this is a fun stamp that has all these light bulbs. And Nuvo Drops are the perfect thing to do some little details on these. All right, just wiping off this stamp here real quick and I'll get going. And when you make your own little enamel dots, you can use them, like I said, in shakers or all kinds of fun little things. You can use them to, you know, put on as your balloons, or you can use them as little confetti dots or streamers. Yay, there's Christine. Hello, hello, friend. She can hear us. Hello. Hi, Niles, if you're driving. Or maybe Christine's driving by herself. I don't know. Okay, so let's put some fun Nuvo Drops on this. So I've got the ebony black, and you can see right here some of the areas my stamp missed because I didn't use a good black, but that's okay because we can take this and we can just add some little swirls here at the ends. Little swirls, I love it. And this one, I missed a little bit on the side. We'll just take this right around, just like that, and it kind of fills it right back in. Just swirl it up here. Absolutely loving this. Put some over here. And swirl it right back up there. Okay. Now, oh, yeah, I miss TC too. I'm so glad she's here with us today though. All right, so what's this one? This is the orange marmalade. We're gonna go ahead and warm this in my hand so it works good. I'll put this right in the center of these light bulbs. I think it's gonna be so cool. Ooh yeah, it just adds a little spot of color. It's funny, I'm using light bulbs today. I had the weirdest thing. We have those energy saver light bulbs, and I've never had one burn out, but last night it did. It burnt out in the weirdest way. It was like strobing. So you can see, you can do this just super fast. I'm already done with all the insides of these lights, and I think it's just so cool. And now I can also still take this and do the little accents on the outside here. So much fun. You can do as much or as little as you like. These, you know, I know always when I learn a new product or a new technique, I use it on everything. Going back through some of my scrapbooks, you can tell when I learned something new because it was everywhere and then it was gone, and then the next thing was everywhere and then it was gone. So I'd like to think now that I just kind of use a little mix of everything I've learned and whatever, but that's maybe not true. I don't know. Hi, Margie. Hello, hello. Wow, we have 13 people. Rebecca's here. Hey, Becky. So we've been having fun with Nuvo Drops, and we've been playing a little bit with our Distress ink and Distress Oxide ink. The White Rose Crafts website has the Distress Oxide in bundles. So you get your ink pad and your ink refiller, which is so nice to have. And the refills, you can actually use in your crafting too. My goodness, I'm so sorry to keep coughing on you guys. Maybe not the best first impression for some of you. I'm so sorry. I promise I don't always do that. So we've used our Distress ink, Distress Oxide. Sorry, guys. I know why I keep saying just Distress ink. It was Distress Oxide with our dabber on this one. And look how fun it is. And then we put some Nuvo Drops over it, the periwinkle, after we stamped some of the scripted letters. So you can do this on cardstock as well if you don't have chipboard, or if you don't like chipboard or the dimension of chipboard, you can do it on your cardstock, any paper. Whoops, I put my hand right in that one. Yes, so much fun, right? So many things you can do with one product, and that is what I love. I love buying products that you can get a lot of versatility out of. Oh, look what I did, you guys. Oh, no. Yeah, this is the hard part of Nuvo Drops, is making sure you have enough space so that things can dry. There we go. Okay, I think I saved them. So we've got our chipboard letters in two different ways. This one here, we sprayed the Distress Oxide with water and put it right onto our acrylic block and then blotted it on there. And it does turn out very similar, but it does have some different looks when you look up close. And then one of my favorite ways to use the Simply White is, of course, to make a whipped cream on a little coffee drink. We also used some periwinkle to make this like grape jelly looking stuff, and some vintage, what color was that? Vintage, what is it? think it's vanilla. Yeah, vanilla, to make our little donut from Finnabair. Which one's from Finnabair? I love Finnabair products. I am all about mixed media. Yeah, lots of fun, cool stuff, right? Then we've used some Nuvo Drops on our little light bulb stamps. This one's a little messy, guys, sorry. And we've used our Nuvo Drops to kind of make a little background, so you can kind of just smear it back here. It's going to dry almost like a epoxy sticker, or like a enamel dot back there, or enamel little design. And then you can put things in front of it, like maybe you wanted to call out a special letter. Ooh. That would be fine as well. I've also used my Nuvo Drops to accent over like decoupage designs, like this beautiful butterfly here. And you can kind of see it's all, this one is completely dry. This has been a few days now. I think even a week. I can touch all over it. I can feel the texture, which I absolutely love. And you can see it. It's got a gloss to it. And you can see that texture. I even put it over this brad because I wanted, the color of this brad was actually like a really bright green yellow. And I put the periwinkle right over the top of it and just kind of toned it down and made it blend in with my decorations here. So anything, and then we made eyeballs. How can I forget the eyeballs? I love the eyeballs. This is getting a little harder to pick up because I'm getting more and more things out here, but look at these fun little eyeballs. Whoops. Super cute, so fun to make. And once those dry, they should really dry for about 24 hours. Yes, you could use them on a dragonfly. You could use them on any little critter or whatever that you're putting in your cards or scrapbooks or junk journals, whatever you're using them for. So much fun and versatility. I absolutely love them. Let's see. I do have one other fun thing. I love to work on book page. I'm a true junk journaler. Like everything I can get my hands on that's vintage or book page, I want it. So, I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, we'll just color these in because I want to do the glitter. So these have been embossed with some glitter embossing powder. And then I'm going to use the glitter Nuvo Drops and color in the hearts on the pockets. Hopefully there's not too much of a glare for you guys. There's a terrible one for me. I'm so sorry. See, we'll put this in here. We'll just color this up. Just like so. I love that. Look at the fun it's making on these pockets. This is just a little apron and it's so cute. This is going to go in one of my recipe books I'm making. Super cute and fun. Now, if you don't like the shape that you've gotten, you can use that, like, a little needle or a pokey tool or whatever you have that has like a little pokey edge, and you can just kind of, work it around here to get those little details of the shapes while it's still wet. And usually when I do my Nuvo Drops, I kind of save the things I want to do at night, just like I do with my decoupage and my Mod Podging. I do it the very last thing of my crafting session, and then I just leave it to sit and dry on my station here. Yes, this is a really fun stamp. I don't even know where I got this stamp. This is just, I've had some in my stash for a while. And you guys know I've bought some ladies supplies as well because they were moving or getting out of crafting or whatever the case was. So I think this is one of those I lucked into. So okay, so you can see those are going to be some extra fun texture in addition to this embossing powder. So this one's just going to have a lot of really great texture and I'm going to love it. All right, so we'll set that one aside to dry. And actually, no, we're going to just use right here. I'm going to show you guys a fun way to make hearts out of these if you are using your Nuvo Drops. I don't want to smear that. So you just make a fun little teardrop like this on two angles and connect them like this. And then you can use your little pokey tool and fill it in. And this is really fun to add to like little cards or, you know, anywhere you, like if you're making Valentine's or whatever. We're all in heart mode right now. Super cute. You can fill it in here if you want to, or you don't have to if you don't want to. If you didn't get a little tail at the bottom here like you might want, you can fill that in. The Nuvo Drops also are really fun for making cute little balloon, like the little balloon tie where the string is. I love doing that. Almost looks like you get the balloon texture. Super fun. So anything that you have that could use a little texture or a little color, and you just want like maybe a little spot of color or a little fun. And look how beautiful it is on this book page. I absolutely love it. I'm partial to book page, so you will always hear me say that, but it, you know, we've got it on lots of different textures here. We've got it on chipboard, we've got it on book page, we've got it on white paper. Pretty much anything you have that you can stamp or ink on, you can put Nuvo Drops on. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this little demo and hanging out with me here. I will be here in the White Rose Craft Gallery every Wednesday at the same time, so I hope you will check back with me next week. I'm not sure what I'll be showing you next week, but it will definitely be something fun. And Kay and I are kind of working on doing some little tips and demos and whatever it is, to kind of keep some things varied. So we'll do something seasonal, we'll do something with a technique, something with a product. This one was kind of a product and some techniques, but again, definitely check those links out up in the description box above to get to the White Rose Craft website. Yeah, the apron stamp is so much fun, right? And you can check out all their stuff. I absolutely love this. Let me end by showing you my favorite Ciao Bella paper that I'm making this cute little book out of, the one that has this butterfly. Now this butterfly piece is a napkin, and I put it over this paper back here is the Ciao Bella paper. Yes, you guys are so welcome. Thank you for being here with me. I love it. There we go. Okay, put the website right there. Let me pin that to the bottom there and it'll hang out. So I'm putting together this fun little mini book, kind of a little mini junk journal. And this is their beautiful paper. I absolutely love this. This is one of the cut aparts. So, so pretty. And look at this beautiful wisteria paper. Isn't it beautiful? I love wisterias. I love wisterias and crocus. Purple is definitely one of my favorite colors for sure. This is just a little tuck spot, so we can put in, you know, a little tag or a pocket or a little note or photo or whatever you want to put in there. And then this, whoops. Where's my blue page? There it is. And these are more of the cut aparts from the Notre Vie collection as well. So this is the Ciao Bella Notre Vie. I think that's how you say it. Notre Vie, V-I-E. I think it's French. And I didn't take French, guys. I'm sorry. I took Spanish. But it's absolutely beautiful. So, so much fun. I absolutely am loving this collection. I have used a lot of Nuvo Drops in here just because it's just adds those little textures. I think I put it, was it this one? No, where did I put it? Somewhere there was some wisteria and I put it, oh, I think it was on a tag I was making that I haven't put in here yet. But I did use the Nuvo Drops on the wisteria here and I just kind of did like this. French for our life. Thank you, Kay. And I'm probably pronouncing it all wrong, right? I used that periwinkle Nuvo Drops like this. And I just kind of blotted it all over the wisteria. And then it's going to give it that texture as well. So I love that. I'll probably do that to these pages as well. I kind of do it in little stages. Like I said, I usually craft at night. And so when I'm done crafting for the night, I'll do my things that need to dry overnight. And I just let them sit on my station. So that way I don't put my hands in them or smear them or whatever. And then I also forgot to mention that these ones that I put on the transparency sheet, these little dots, once they're dry, they take a couple of hours at least to dry. Some people say even 24 hours to fully dry. You can just pop them right off of there and you'll have your own little enamel dots. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this little demo and will join me next week here. And head over to the White Rose Craft website if you need some Nuvo Drops or some bundles of Distress Oxide or some beautiful paper. I know we all say we have enough paper, but when it comes to seeing these beautiful papers, and a lot of them are from they're from abroad. If you're in the US, you definitely want to go to this website. Kay has done an absolutely wonderful job of putting together some beautiful products that really just aren't found in the US very, very much. I mean, I know we all have Amazon, but it's nice to support a local person. She lives in the States, but she used to live in England, I think it was. Am I right, Kay? And so she knew that the US has a hard time having available all of these beautiful collections. So definitely check out the website if you haven't already. She has some amazing things, and I can't wait to show you more of them as we get more into our White Rose Wednesday lives. So thanks, guys. I hope you have a really great rest of your week, and I will see you next week right here on White Rose Crafts Gallery. Thanks so much, guys.